Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all safe at home. Right children, welcome to the today's maths class. We are going to discuss a new concept. We are going to introduce a new concept. I think you people are eagerly waiting for a new concept. Previous session we completed a chapter that is playing with numbers. We discussed totally all the numbers only in that. Right? So today we are going to discuss a new concept that is algebra. What is that? We are going to discuss today algebra. What is meant by algebra? What is called algebra? Where we can use this algebra? That we are going to discuss today. Before that, the previous classes or study so far has been with numbers and shapes. We have learned numbers, operations on numbers and the properties of numbers. We discussed in playing with numbers. Right? We applied our knowledge for numbers to various problems in our day-to-day life. The branch of mathematics which we studied, numbers is nothing but arithmetic. So, arithmetic. What is this arithmetic? Is nothing but it's a branch of mathematics, study of numbers. Okay, study of numbers or operations. Operations on numbers also. Clear? Generally, by using these numbers, we can solve so many problems in our day-to-day life. We did some operations. We did some properties of. We discussed some properties of numbers. Those are all comes under arithmetic. This is one branch of mathematics. Clear? Other than this, we discussed different types of shapes also. Like we discussed square, rectangle, triangle, and as well as we discussed the three-dimension face shapes, that is cuboid, cube, cone, cylinder, and sphere. We discussed all these. These are all comes under one more branch of mathematics. That is geometry. That is geometry. What is geometry here? Study of shapes. Study of shapes. That is geometry. It is nothing but we discussed perimeter, area, circumference of circle. That all we discussed in this geometry part. Okay. So like that we are going to discuss one more branch of mathematics. That is algebra. Okay, in this we are going to discuss different types of kinds of variables, constants, all these things. Okay, what is algebra? The main feature of the new branch which we are going to study is the use of letters first of all. What are letters? English alphabet letters. The main feature of this algebra we are going to use by using letters. We are going to discuss all the problems. I think you will get one doubt. Sir, how to solve a problem by using letters? That we are going to discuss now. Right? So, use of letters will allow us to write rules and formulas in a general way. By using these letters, we will create some rules and thus we will create some formulas also. Okay, to solve given problems or to solve our day-to-day life problems. By using letters, we can talk about any number and not just a particular number. By using these letters, we can talk about any number, not a particular number. That means here, whatever we are going to use the letters are not fixed. Okay, it is different. We can use any number about that letter, but not a fixed number, right? Nonetheless, letters may stand for unknown quantities, which is don't know the quantity. We can use instead of unknown quantity, we can use a letter N. Okay, any one of the letter English alphabet we can use for unknown quantities also. And by learning methods of determining unknowns, we develop powerful tools for solving puzzles and many problems from daily life. Since letters stand for numbers, operations can be performed on them as on numbers also. What is it here? Letters stand for numbers and operations can be performed on them as an numbers. This leads to the study of algebraic expressions and their properties also. Right, children? So mainly in this algebra we can use the letters of English alphabets. We should create some rules, we should write some formulas. Okay, we can create some algebraic expressions. Okay, and their properties also. Right, children? So we'll start a simple examples. How to use algebra, how to use letters, how to write formulas, how to create powerful tools by using these letters. So basically, here we are going to introduce a word that is variable and one more word constant. So what is mean by variable? What is mean by constant? That we are going to discuss now. Right, children? So variable is nothing but it's not a fixed value. Variable, it's not fixed. It is by using any English alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, dash, dash, Z also. Clear? By using any one of the letter, we can represent a variable. We can represent a variable by using any one of the letter. Okay? And as well as it's not a fixed value. Okay? It is a variable, it's not a fixed for any value, any constant. Now coming to the constant value. Constant means it's never change. It may change also. It is a change. Okay? It may change. It is not, constant is nothing but it is fixed. Okay? Like our numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the constant values, it's never change. Clear? But coming to the variable, it's not fixed, it is depend on the situation, it will be changed. Right, children? Clear? So to understand in a better way, we are going to discuss some problems, write some examples to create or to make English alphabets by using math sticks. Right, children? So now, first one is to create letter L. Letter L. How many matchsticks are required? How many matchsticks are required? Can anyone tell me that? How many matchsticks are required to create one L? Yes, 2 matchsticks are required. See this here? This is L. Okay? This is L. We are going to use, by using 2 matchsticks. To create one L, 2 matchsticks are required. 2 matchsticks are required. Clear? The same way, to create or to make 2 L's. To create 2 L's, how many matchsticks are required? That is 4 matchsticks are required. 4 matchsticks are required. By seeing that we will get idea. See this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 matchsticks are required. The same way, suppose I want to make 5 L's. I want to make 5 L's. How many matchsticks are required? Can anyone tell me? Count it, you will get idea. Yes, very good. We require 10 matchsticks are there. 10 matchsticks are required to make or to create 5 L's. Did you observe here? They are following a particular pattern here. Matchsticks and as well as L's also. Right? So now I am going to write a table. See this here. Now, suppose I want to make 100 L's. I want to make 100 L's. How many matchsticks are required? Yes, 200 matchsticks are required. The same way, I want to make 50 L's. How many matchsticks are required? 100 L's. 100 matchsticks are required. To make 50 L's, we require 100 matchsticks are required. To create 100 L's, we should require 200 matchsticks are required. So here, did you observe here? See this here. For one L, 2 matchsticks are required. For 2 L's, 4 are required. For 3 L's, 6 are required. For 4 L's, 8 matchsticks are required. For 5 L's, 10 matchsticks are required. See, they are following a particular pattern here. L's are following one particular pattern. Even matchsticks are following a particular pattern. That is nothing but pattern, nothing but a rule. Here they are following a particular rule here. Here one number is increased. Here two numbers are increased. Is it clear, children? So now, like that, suppose 100 L's are there. That is 200 mastics are required. There are 1000 L's are there. 2000 mastics are required. Clear? How will you get here? See this here. 2 is a common, right? Because they are all multiples of 2. Right, children? We discussed in playing with numbers. And these are all general numbers, right? So now, suppose I am going to use a letter, a variable. A variable I am going to use that is n. Okay? N stands for number of L's. Okay? N is nothing but number of L's. I don't know how many L's are required. Clear? This is unknown quantity. This is unknown quantity. I don't know how many L's are required. So let us take that. I am going to use a variable that is small n. So now see this here. Suppose if n L's are required, to make n L's, how many mastics are required? Can anyone tell me? Right, I am going to write here. See this here. By using this L's, I am going to create a rule here. Right? See, this is nothing but 2 mastics are required. So 2 mastics into 1 L. Right? Now again here, this 4 I am going to write. To get number of mastics, by using this L's, I am going to create one more, 2 into 2. Right? 2 mastics into 2 L's, it is nothing but it gives total mastics. Again 2 into 3 L's, 2 into 4 L's, 2 into 5 L's. Now 2 into here 100 L's, 2 into 1000 L's. Clear, children? See, in the bracket parts are nothing but number of L's. In the bracket part, it's showing that this is L's and this is 2 mastics. Okay, that is mastics, right? So by using 2, we are multiplying with L. Okay, number of L's. So like that here, I want to make n L's. Then how many mastics are required? Yes, that is 2n mastics are required to make n L's. Right, children? Did you understand this? Right. We are going to use one more example. You can understand in a better way. Right? Right, children? So now, just now we discussed to create L, we require 2 mastics are required. So like that, to create or to make n L's, we require 2n mastics. Now let us discuss one more example. You can understand in a better way. That is, suppose letter C. Okay, it is like this. Okay, now 2 mastics here and here. This is 1 mastic. So, sorry. To create 1 C, how many mastics are required? To create 1 C, we require 3 mastics are required. Right? So now, like that, suppose I want to make 2 C's. That is, see, like this, as well as like this. Okay? So here, if you observe, there are 6 mastics are required. Clear? So suppose I want to make 3 C's. How many mastics are required for 3 C's? 3 and 9. 9 mastics are required. Suppose 4, it is 12. Okay. Suppose if it is 5 C's, we should make 5 C's. How many mastics are required? 15 mastics are required. If you observe here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Multiples of 3 we are getting here. So here, suppose I want to make X C's. Okay, I want to create X C's. Okay, X is nothing but I don't know how many C's are required. Right? So now, how many mastics are required? 3. 3 X mastics are required. 3 x mastics. Here x is a variable, unknown quantity. Right children? So to get 3x here, see this here. This is 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, 3 into 4, 3 into 5. Like this we got. In the bracket part is nothing but number of C's are there. For 1 C's, 3 mastics are there. To make 2 C's, 3 2's are 6 are required here. This is 9, this is 12, this is 15. The bracket part is showing that number of C's. So here I am going to use a variable, that is x is a variable, this is unknown quantity. To create x C's, right? How many mastics are required? 3x mastics are required. Here we are multiplying 3 into x, because when we multiply 3 into 1, 3 into 2, 3 into 3, you will get number of mastics. Is it clear children? So here we are going to, like this we are going to create some rules to make or to create different types of alphabets by using mastics. So now let us discuss daily life examples. Suppose here we are going to discuss an expression. This is called, we can say, see, if it is only one variable and we should create 3 into x, this is called an expression. We should express, okay? This is called an expression also. 3x is an expression. X is an expression. Variable as well as expression. Right? Variables are different. Okay? By using one variable, we should create one more. This is nothing but an expression. Okay? Sir, is the expression only in multiplication? No, we can use addition, subtraction, division also. Right? Now, what is mean by expression? Right? Expression is nothing but expression is a combination of constants and variables. It is a combination of constant values and as well as variables. It may be addition, subtraction, multiply and division also. Right? See, these are some examples I am going to give for expression. X plus 3 is an expression. Right? 5 minus y is an expression. The combination of this is a variable, this is a constant value. Right? This is a constant variable. Okay, now this is 3x. See this here. You can say 10k. K is a variable, 10 is a constant value. 10 into x. As well as 1 by 3 divided by x. Or x divided by. Here we are going to divide like this. Sorry. Here a divided by 3. Right? A is a variable, 3 is a constant value. So we should create different expressions. The combination of variable and constant value is nothing but an expression. Right children? So by using these expressions we are going to solve many problems in our day-to-day life. Right? Let us take a simple example. Right? So now there are two friends are there, Ramu and Ravi. We are going to discuss their weight also. Their weight. Okay, weight or height, you can take any ages, right? So now let us take that weight. Generally, Ramu and Ravi are two friends. Ramu and Ravi are two friends. Here I am going to write a sentence, right, with their weights. Okay, based on that weights, we are going to create one expressions. We are going to write the expression. So now, Ramu is 5 kg more than Ravi. So what did you understand here? By using this statement, what did you understand here? The weight of Ramu 5 kg is more than Ravi. So here whose weight is more? Right, obviously Ramu. Whose weight is less? Ravi weight is less. So depend on Ravi weight, we can find out Ramu weight. Right? Suppose let us say Ramu weight is 10 kg. Then what about sorry children? Ravi weight is 10 kg. Then what will be the Ramu's weight? It will become 10 plus 5, which is equal to 15 kg. Because Ramu is 5 kg more than Ravi. Right children? Ramu is more than 5 kg more than Ravi. So suppose I will take that this is 18 kg, right? Ravi weight is 18 kg. Then what will be the weight of Ramu? That is 18 plus 5. We are going to apply, that is 23 kg. So like that, if it is 23 or 25 kg, if Ravi is 25 kg weight, then what will be Ramu weight? It will become 25 plus 5 is equal to 30 kg. Right? So now, if when we know the weight of Ravi, we will find out Ramu weight. Suppose I don't know Ravi weight. I don't know Ravi weight. Then how to find Ramu's weight? Suppose let us take Ravi weight is x kgs. Ravi is x kgs. Ravi weight is x kgs. We don't know Ravi weight. Because, right? So now, then what is Ramu's weight here? X plus 5 kg. This is called an expression. Right? This is called an expression, given statement. By using this statement, we should create an expression. Right, children? Here, depend on the Ravi's weight, we will find out Ramu weight also. This is one way of statement. Suppose I am going to write another statement. Ramu is 5 kg less than Ravi. Here I am going to, instead of more, I am going to write less than. Right? So what is meant by less than? What is meant by less than? Less than means it should be Ramu weight is less than the Ravi. So therefore, for the same values, we are going to find out Ramu weight. Clear? So now suppose Ravi weight is 10 kg, then what will be the Ramu's weight? Less means we need to subtract. So that is 10 minus 5 will become 5 kg only. If Ravi weight is 18 kg, then Ramu weight is nothing but 13 kg. If Ravi is 25 kg, then Ramu will become 20 kg. Right? If Ravi is x kg, then Ramu will become x minus 5 kg. This is also one of the expression. Right, children? Here, depend on the word, we should make an expression. Right? By using these variables, unknown quantities. I don't know Ravi weight here. So, when we don't know the Ravi weight, then we cannot find out Ramu weight also. By using this variable, we should create one expression, that is only. If you substitute x values in this, you will get Ramu weight automatically. Right? So this is the process. Right, children? Suppose the same, by using these friends, we are going to make one more statement. That is by using multiplication also. Right, children? Suppose Ramu is 5 kg, 5 times of Ravi's weight. Or let us say 2 times. Okay, here I am going to write one more statement. That is Ramu's weight is Ramu's weight is 2 times Ravi's weight. So now here 2 times. What is meant by 2 times? So depend on Ravi weight, should multiply with 2. Okay, 2 times means we should multiply with 2. Suppose let us say Ravi weight is 8 kg. Then Ramu will become 2 into 8 kg, which is equal to 16 kgs. Suppose Ravi weight is 12 kg. Then Ramu weight is 2 into 12, which is equal to 24 kg. Sir, why we should multiply with 2? Because in the statement there itself they given that Ramu's weight is 2 times Ravi's weight. Okay? 2 times means it is more than. Right? 2 times means we should multiply. Clear? Suppose here it is 20 kg. Ravi weight is 20 kg. Then Ramu is nothing but 40 kg. Clear? In the same way, suppose by using, I don't know the Ravi's weight, let us take m kgs. If Ravi weight is m kg, then Ramu weight is 2m kgs. Clear? This is nothing but an expression. This is called an expression. Right, children? Right? So these are the different ways we need to make by using algebra, by combination of variables and concept values. We should create some expressions. This is called algebra. By using these, we can create some rules, some formulas. We will solve the problems by using different methods also. Right, children? So now let us start the exercise 11.1. Right? In 11.1, I think first question, second question we can solve very easily. Right? Now I am going to explain question number 3. You just listen that. Okay? Question number 3 I am going to explain now. So I am going to read the question number 3. You just understand very easily. Right? So now cadets are marching in a parade. There are 5 cadets in a row. In a row, there are 5 cadets are there. What is the rule which gives the number of cadets given the number of rows? Use n for the number of rows. Children, see this here. There are NCC cadets are there. Do you know NCC cadets? Right. They are in parade. In each row, there are 5 cadets are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cadets. It is in first row. Okay, first row equal to 5 cadets are there. Now in second row, in 2 rows how many are there totally? There are in 2 rows total 10 cadets are there. So 10 cadets can be written as 5 into 2. Number of rows into 5. Clear? Suppose 3 rows are there. There are totally 3 rows are there. In 3 rows, how many cadets are there? Generally, by counting, we will get 15 cadets. This can be written as 5 into 3. The bracket part is nothing but it shows that rows, number of rows. Okay, number of rows into the 5, because in first row there are 5 cadets are there. When we multiply number of rows into 5 cadets, it will give total number of cadets. How many are there? So like that here, there are n rows are there. Then how many cadets are there? That is 5n cadets are there. So here we need to multiply 5n cadets are there. That's it. Very simple. Now let us discuss question number 4 also. Right? So if there are 50 mangoes in a box, very simple questions. How will you write the total number of mangoes in terms of the number of boxes? Okay, suppose here there are 50 mangoes are there in one box, right? In one box there are 50 mangoes, right, children? Then in 2 box how many are there? In 2 box you will get 100 mangoes. How you know that? That is, we should multiply 2 into 50 or 50 into 2. 50 into 2 is nothing but, right? There are 3 boxes are there, which is nothing but 50 into 3, which is equal to 150 mangoes. But there are 4 boxes are there. If there are 4 boxes are there, 50 into 4, which is nothing but 200 mangoes are there. Right, children? So here they are using a letter. There are B boxes are there. There are B boxes are there. How many mangoes are there? 50 into B mangoes. So B is nothing but here. B is represent number of boxes here. Right? B is represented as a number of boxes. Number of boxes into 50. Why we should multiply with 50? Because in each box there are 50 mangoes are there. Right, children? So this is a process to do algebra by create some rules and formulas. The combination of numbers and as well as variables. Right, children? And today's homework is you should just complete exercise 11.1. Question number 1, question number 2. I am going to write on the board. You just copy this. Children, is it clear? Right. So now, homework. Exercise 11.1. Question number 1, question number 2, 5, 6, 5 and 6. Right, children? I hope you understood that what is arithmetic, what is geometry, and what is algebra, what is variable, what is constant, what is an expression. This we discussed today, and we discuss some examples and we discuss some problems from the exercise also. And here is today's homework exercise 11.1, question number 1, 2, 5 and 6. Right, children? Thank you. Have a great day.